Hello, hello, everyone. It is Monday, August 1st. Can you even believe it's August? And I'm going to do our paper pumpkin alternatives. So we will get started in just a second. So if you're watching the replay and you need to fast forward, that's fine. To where we get stamping. Oops. Let me share this with you in just a second. All right, 1 second here. Okay. All right, hi everyone. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. We are, all right. We are going to be doing some cards that I made with the Sending Good Thoughts paper pumpkin kit. So when you hop on, say hi in the comments. Let me know that you're here, and thank you for sharing. I just shared this over to the group as well. So this was the paper pumpkin kit from July, and I'm going to show you these cards. I made one of each of them, and then I used a stamp set to make a few other cards. So we're going to do that this afternoon. So hello, Carol and Teresa and Tanya and Alicia. Hi, everyone. So good to see you guys hopping on this first day of August. So this paper pumpkin kit I really like. Now, just a little recap. If you're not familiar with paper pumpkin, it comes in an awesome box like this every month. It is a craft subscription. It is $23 a month. You can get a prepaid subscription. So if you do get it now during celebration, you can get some free things. But I just do the monthly one. Anyway, this month you're going to make 9 cards. And typically they're cards, but not always. They come with these really nice color directions. And on the back here, it shows you right here, it says getting started. Everything that's included in your kit, 9 cards and 9 envelopes. It tells you the coordinating colors, Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Bermuda Bay, Fresh Freesia, Pacific Point, and Poppy Parade. And then it gives you some alternatives. It coordinates with some other Stampin' Up products. So that is pretty cool. And then what I like to do is every month I come live and I try to show you ways to use your stamps, maybe some of the pieces, to make your paper pumpkin kit go a little bit further. So I do that to inspire all of my customers, my team, my paper pumpkin subscribers, obviously, and it's just fun. So look at these envelopes. They're a pool party. They're really, really pretty. And here's the stamp set. So now if you're not a paper pumpkin subscriber and you're not a demonstrator, I would love to have you join under me. So what you will do is these 2 cards I'm making with you today, you will get a tutorial for them plus 2 others. So it'll be 4 cards total. I do this every month, and then I put everyone's name in a drawing every month, and I give a prize away to somebody that is a paper pumpkin subscriber. And so that's just really fun. So here's a stamp set. It has like a ship and a seahorse, some seaweed, starfish, a little message. Although this kind of looks like a little high school diploma to me too. And then this little textured thing. And then it has some great sentiments. Sending good thoughts, thinking of you, and can't wait to see you. And then this one says, wishing you all the best. Hello, Trisha. Good to see you. So this stamp set, I love the stamp sets in these because you can, like I said, use them all the time. Now this month you did get a Bermuda Bay ink spot. It came with some linen thread, which is one of my favorite things ever. And let me show you the cards. So here is the first card. Now I created these just like the directions. So I did one of those. So this one says sending good thoughts, and we stamped that boat in the bottle. So these are all die cut, like little laser cuts for you. Then there's this one that says wishing you all the best. Uh-oh, it stuck to my one behind it. Just a second. My mini glue dot. Okay. Wishing you all the best. And I don't know if you can see. Well, now this is stuck to me. Just a second. Okay. But there's like little embossed here. And then these again are all die cut. And then this one says thinking of you. And this is embossed. It's like a raised background too. So it's pretty cool. They're all kind of like that. This one has like clouds and stuff. So really awesome. Here are some of the pieces. So again, you don't have to have it. They're all done for you. So these are great to take with you. You got a sheet of dimensionals this time. It comes with the little glue dots and all the pieces. So the card bases were different colors. And then here's what's coming in August. Isn't this a pretty one? So if you're not subscribed, you want to buy the 10th of August, and then you will get this kit, which is called Sweet Sunflowers, and it says there's a free gift for subscribers that month, and it includes 2 classic Stampin' Spots because we're going to do some 2-step stamping. So this is for August, so sign up by the 10th if you're not a subscriber, and then I'll be doing alternatives with this. But these are what the cards look like if you do them exactly in the kit this month. Now, let's have some fun and create some other variations with some of your basic supplies that you probably already have on hand. All right, so our first, I need the stamp set. So I have my stamp set, and I'm going to be using some ink pads. Now, if you've been a subscriber long enough, you probably have a lot of the ink spots, but I just like to grab my regular ink pads. So I'm going to be using today Balmy Blue, Daffodil Delight, Pear Pizzazz, and Calypso Coral. You can change these colors up too. And then on the next card, I'm going to be using Night of Navy. So I have, Alicia, I'm very excited about next month too. I can't wait to see it. And Trisha, I love those little punch outs. They just make it so easy. Like I've taken them to when I've had to go, visit people in hospital for a long time. I know a lot of people take them camping. I've taken them on trips. So I love that everything comes in there. And so it makes it so nice. So this is our thick basic white cardstock. Just we're going to make a regular card base. I went ahead and I cut Balmy Blue 5 1/4 by 4 with this embossing folder. Do you see the like seashells and the seaweed? I don't even know what this is called. Let me look it up real quick. It's in our annual catalog, and it is on page 177. It's called the Seashells 3D Embossing Folder. Now on the next card, I'm going to be using this embossing folder called Into the Clouds. This one is a brand new one, and it's not a 3D one, but it's pretty cool. So I'm just showing you. So this has like clouds and like in the background, but for this card, we're using the seashell one. All right. Then I went ahead and I cut out a tailored tag. This is the largest tag in that kit. So we're going to do some stamping on the little tag. And I have some little scrap paper. You guys can see I've been doing a little stamping. And on this tag, though, we are going to stamp. Let me fold that over. Sorry, it'll focus just a second. Okay, we're going to stamp the seaweed first. So we are going to use the Thinking of You. We are going to use, sorry, that's really noisy, the little seahorse, the seaweed, and the starfish. All right, so I got a block here. Your first kit comes with a really skinny block. I like the real Stampin' Up! Blocks, the block D. It just is easier to grip, so that's what I'm using. But you can use any acrylic block that you have. I'm going to grab my Pear Pizzazz. I almost said soft sea foam. So this is like a lighter green, and we're going to stamp our seaweed along the bottom here. So I have my foam mat, my Pierce mat, just so I get a good impression because this is photopolymer. And then this one I'm going to stamp down a little bit further. Again, if you're my team or if you are one of my subscribers, you will get this tutorial in the next few days with these measurements, directions, as well as 2 other cards. It's at least 4 cards. Sometimes we do more. All right, the little starfish we are going to do, I picked Daffodil Delight, so a yellow. I just think, when I think of starfish, I just think yellow. I know they can be different colors, so have fun with your selection. And I'm just going to stamp them at the bottom there. So this is kind of what we have going on right now. And then I'm just wiping this off. My chamois is in the other room. Are you surprised? Probably not. If you know me, I got these done and was like, I have to go live. And so I did. And then I didn't think much to it. Okay, our little seahorse here, we are going to do in Calypso Coral. So let's ink up this cute little guy. And he's just gonna go, I'm just gonna put him kind of down here. Okay, that could have been bad because I have ink all over the block. Oh, that could have been really bad. The other thing I did, which I forgot, is I grabbed my Stampin' Blend in the dark balmy blue. And I flicked some ink on the background. You guys know I love to do that. Just because it looked really white and I wanted some like speckled and variation to it. So I really like to do this on a lot of my cards. If you're freaked out, you can use aqua painters and the ink pads. I just like to use my blends. Now, if you made 100 cards, yes, it would ruin your marker. But if you're only making a few, this is a fine way to use it. So you're just going to gently drag it on the tip through the cap. And as you pull it, it flicks little speckles on the card. And so we're just going to do that to just give this little tag a little something to it. So it's just not so stark white. Kind of, we're adding bubbles, right? That's what we're doing because this is the ocean. Okay, so you can do as much or as little as you want. And you can see my tip is still totally fine. Now, if you jab it or whatever, then you will definitely fray your tip. So just be careful and practice and take your time, and it works really well. You can also use it with the Stampin' Write markers too. Here's what it looks like now. Doesn't that look so pretty? Yes, Pamela, the replay will be up on YouTube later this evening. Okay, then we want a scrap of white to stamp our sentiment, and our sentiment is going to be thinking of you. So let me grab a piece of paper here. I want to cut it down though. The last one I cut out and it just didn't work very great. So you're going to want about a 1/2 inch strip. I cut mine a hair shorter than a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to use balmy blue ink. Hello, ladies. Thanks for joining and sharing and all the fun. Okay, so now, I put my stamp on crooked. Okay, stamp go on straight. And then we're going to stamp this. All right, just like that. Thinking of you. I use thinking of you cards a lot, or like just for you, because you can send them anytime for no reason. And so I love that this set has a thinking of you in it. All right, now let's gather up our card and start assembling this. So the first thing I did, you know what you could do too, this would be really pretty, is if you took your Winka Stella, let's do it. Let's try it. Mine might be empty. And flicked some Winka Stella speckles in the background. I got a little bit. I know you're probably not going to be, but there's a little bit of shimmer, so you can do that too. I need a new Winka Stella because I use that all the time. Okay, we're going to add this embossed piece to our thick white card base. Again, look at all those pretty seashells and the little seaweed. And we're going to stick this down here. And then we're going to take our tag and grab some dimensionals, and we're going to pop this up. So it is, I will be doing a virtual class for August, hopefully next week, the beginning of next week. So you guys can be looking forward to that, where I'll offer the make and takes. I do have a new host code too. I forgot to post that, but have a new host code for August. Here's that. Then we're going to take this Thinking of You, and I just cut it straight off. I just trimmed it kind of really tight like that, Thinking of You. And then my mini dimensionals. Where are they? Right here. Look at, I have a brand new sheet of the minis. And I'm going to add a couple of these little minis on this little tag. And then, so the kit came with linen thread, which I love. And I go through this stuff all the time. And so we are going to be using that. This is a regular one, but you can use the one in your kit too, if you have leftover. So we're gonna make a double bow with this. Oh, and if you're in the card club, I have those cards designed, and we're using the Hello Harvest for card club for August. And I'm getting into the fall mood, even though I do not want summer to end. I need to plan ahead. So we're using the Hello Harvest for card club for this month. So be checking your email if you want to add that on, or if you want to just place your order. Hello Harvest is what we're using. Okay, this bow might not have turned out so great. What did I do wrong? Let's try again. I'm getting down to the end, so it's really, really like swirly, this ribbon, twine, whatever this is called. So it doesn't want to work. It's getting caught. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week this week. I'll be back here Wednesday also for just a weekly Facebook Live. I have lots of fun things to share with you. All right, so don't forget to, if you haven't liked and subscribed to my YouTube channel, to do that. Okay, so there we have our double bow, finally. I feel like that took me an eternity. Then grab your glue dot. I just like these. The paper pumpkin ones, I just fuss with too much. People usually love them or hate them. I just like the ones on the roll. I'm going to put my little bow up here, and then I'm just going to kind of unravel the ends a little bit. And the last thing I did is I grabbed some gems, because you guys know I love gems. So I grabbed the Elegant Faceted Gems. There's like the clear, the petal pink, and the white. And we're going to use take your pick tool. I just had it here. I literally just used it. Oh, here it is. Look at, I have both of them right here today. So we're going to use this, and I'm going to take some of these clear ones and add them to the card, kind of like, again, some little bubbles. So you guys might have different gems. You could use those. You could use rhinestones. Lots of fun cards. But there's our first card. Let me know what you think. So really quick and easy, and you're just going to stamp your little tag. And there we go. There's our first card with the July Sending Good Thoughts Paper Pumpkin alternative. All right, let me know what you think of that one. And again, if you don't have this embossing folder, you could use anything with like waves or anything that looks like water or anything too. So just another idea. All right, our next card. The next card we only need, I'm using Night of Navy ink pad right here. And this is a little bit more sort of masculine. We're also going to be using these brush metallic adhesive back dots. And let me clear up my space a little bit. And these are the pieces I have. So I have a scrap of white. I have Early Espresso. I have Night of Navy that's embossed in the embossing folder that is in the clouds. Do you see the little clouds there? I know it's going to be hard to see, but this is in the annual catalog in the back. And this was 5 inches by 3 3/4, and the Early Espresso is just 1/8 of an inch bigger. We have a deckled square, so it kind of has like a uneven edge, just in vellum, a 1/2 inch strip of white, and a crumb cake card base. So let's fold up this card base. And this one I'm going to stamp Sending Good Thoughts. You could stamp any sentiment. This would be a really great just like birthday one too, but again, I want to use the pieces in the stamps in here. So you could stamp Can't Wait to See You, or Wishing You, I can't read this because it's not on straight because I used it. It says Wishing You All the Best. There we go. All right, Night of Navy. We're going to take this boat though, or ship, whatever it's called, and we're going to stamp it on our scrap here. I'm going to pull in my mat, and we're going to ink this up really good, and then we're just going to fussy cut it out. It's a easy shape image to fussy cut, so stamp it really well. That's what it looks like. And then I'm going to quickly wipe it off. And again, if you're chamois, use your chamois. Look at this. Mine is like bone dry. Do your guys' chamois ever get like this? It just takes, you know, some water to rinse it out, but I totally forgot to do that. So that's why I'm using a baby wipe. But I prefer the chamois. All right, we have that, and then I'm just going to do all my stamping right now. The Sending Good Thoughts, we're going to stamp on a little strip, 1/2 inch strip over here, like so. And, Kim, I'm glad you like the cute little seahorse. It's a cute little seahorse. Okay, done with our stamping. Now, let's do some assembling. So we're going to take this and we're going to cut out the little ship here. I just like to leave a little white edge when I fussy cut, and I try to move the paper more than my scissors. So this weekend we had, so if you took the summer retreat, you guys all should have got those mailed out over a week ago. And then this Saturday, I held it for a few local people that came. There was there 10 or 11 of us here? So that was a lot of fun all day Saturday. We were working with a lot of lighthouse things. All right, so there, here is our ship right here. So there we have that. Now we're going to, what did I do next? I took this and I took my twine, linen thread. I keep calling it twine. You guys know what I mean, right? And I'm going to wrap it around my embossed In the Clouds twice. 1, 2. And here. So my kids start school in 2 weeks already. The summer is just flying by. Where we live, we have what's called a balanced calendar. It is not year-round school, but they have 8 weeks off in the summer. They still go the same as every other school district in Michigan. They still go, the 180 days, but then we get like a couple of weeks off throughout the year. So we'll get like a week off in October and one off in February, and then the traditional Christmas break and spring break. But it just makes this summer, I don't know if it's this year, it just seemed like the summer went by way too fast. Only 2 weeks. We have like freshman orientation this week for my son. He's starting high school. I just can't. I like in denial that he's starting high school. We just went to like kindergarten roundup like yesterday, I swear. Not high school? Really? Where did that come from? I know some of you can probably relate to me. Okay, so we wrapped that around twice, and we're sliding this over to the side, the little boat to the side. Now we're going to layer this to the early espresso, and I just have a tiny edge peeking out just to give it a little pop of color. So I'm going to add my liquid Tombow glue. So then if I don't get it on Why won't it come? I can wiggle it around. That's the good thing about this glue. Now it all comes like oozing out. Okay, here we go. You got a lot of glue on here, that's for sure. All right, so hopefully it don't ooze out of the bottom, but here we go. I'm gonna put this on here. The good thing is it does dry clear, because see, it did go over the edge there. Look at, my hands are already blue. Okay, here we go. So we have this down. Next up, because of vellum, okay, with vellum, if you already know this, then just ignore me. If you were to attach a bunch of glue, it would show through. So what we're gonna do is put our ship on first with dimensionals, and then we're gonna put it on the vellum, and then we'll flip the vellum over and put glue on behind the ship, so that we won't have glue sticking out everywhere. So see that? There's our ship on the deckled rectangle. Then flip it over, and where there's white, now we can add our adhesive to stick this down. All right, so there, now you can kind of see where I put the glue there. So then we're going to come in here and put this down. I just think this would be like a great, this could be like a card for so many different reasons. So we're going to add our glue on the back of the early espresso. Oh, Dora said my grands in Illinois go back to school August 11th. Yeah, that's pretty quick too. Next week. Wow. Well, hopefully they had a good summer. Okay, so now we have this. I'll have pictures up on my blog too of these cards, so you can get a really good idea. I'm going to cut this end at an angle, and then I'm going to, of course, pop this up with a couple more dimensionals. So we'll take these off. I forgot to look at the names of the Paper Pumpkin winners last month. This last month, I believe Deb Mopa, you were a winner, and I just saw you this last week, and I should have given you your prize. So I know you were a winner, and I can't remember, maybe you were just the winner for July. Anyway, so there we have this. This one's a little bit higher than my other card, but that's okay. I think this was a little bit down further. So now we're going to take these brushed metallic dots, and I think I'm going to use the copper ones this time. On my first card, I used these like pewter-ish color ones, and then they have copper and gold. But this time I'm going to use the copper, and I'm going to get my little putty. I just bought a new putty thing because mine's almost gone. I got a big one and a little one. Then we'll take another big one and put it over there. So there is our card, Sending Good Thoughts. Again, this could be a lot of different things. Here's the other one I did. So you can see on this one, I have this little square down a little bit more and that on. And I have the different color little dots. So Amy, your kids go back next Monday too. It did go by so fast. So there's your cards, your alternative Paper Pumpkin cards for July. Again, I don't get my kit until the very end of July, living on, in Michigan. So I can't, and then I just had so much going on, I couldn't do it right away. So I hope that if you have your kit, you can grab out your stamp set, some ink pads, some of your card stock, and you can make a few different extra cards with this stamp set and some of your card stock that you have. And I know that if you are in my card club, you're probably going to get more of this month because it's easier for me to include it than to cut you pieces in it to get all knotted up. So just a little heads up, you're going to get more of this if you're in card club because, again, you can tell I use it all the time too. And be looking for your email to get the tutorial if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. If you're not, you still have time to join by the 10th. And in August, this is a little sneak peek of what you have coming. This looks like a gorgeous set. I cannot wait to get the Sweet Sunflower August Paper Pumpkin Kit. We get 2 classic ink spots in August and a free gift. So that will be fun. If you want to place that order, I do have celebration is going on. There's a few things that are gone. I can probably give you an updated on that tomorrow. We get a lot of updates on Tuesday, so just keep your ears peeled for that, and have a great week. I will be back, if not before. I'll see you Wednesday evening, and I'll see you then. I'll post my link for Paper Pumpkin above because I didn't beforehand, in case any of you want to join. See you guys later. Have a great week. Bye.